Hello my friends, I'm going to tell you the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Jack who lived on a farm with his mummy, but they were very poor. And one day, Mummy had to say to Jack, "Jack, we have no money left to buy food. I'm afraid you will have to sell our beloved cow, Daisy. I'm so sorry, I know you love her, but we need to eat." So Jack, being a good boy, took Daisy to the market. They were walking down the road and they came across a very unusual looking old man who said, "Good morning, where are you going to?" And Jack said, "Good morning, I'm going to market to sell this cow." And the man said, "Well, this is very lucky because I would like to buy your cow and I have for you these magic beans." Jack was so excited. He thought, my goodness, magic beans could solve all of our problems. So Jack said, "Yes, thank you very much," and sold Daisy to the unusual man on the road. He was very excited to go home and show his mummy, so he took his beans home. Mummy was not happy. "Jack," she said, "you've sold our cow and we don't even have enough beans to make a pot of soup. You were supposed to take her to the market." "But Mummy," he said, "these are magic beans. This is going to solve all our problems." And she said, "Jack, magic beans are not real. You've been tricked." And she threw the beans out of the window. Well, Jack was very sad when he went to bed that night. They were hungry and they had no money and no magic beans. But while he was asleep, a little bean sprout grew out of the ground, and it grew and it grew until it grew into a giant beanstalk. When Jack woke up in the morning, he couldn't believe it. "I wonder what's up there," he thought. The top went right up into the clouds. So he climbed the beanstalk. When he got to the top, there was a giant magical castle. And so Jack, full of excitement, went inside. He sneaked in, he sneaked up the stairs, and he found himself in an enormous kitchen. There were enormous chairs, an enormous table, and he could hear enormous footsteps. Stomp, 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 stomp. There appeared in the doorway an enormous lady giant. "Hello," she said. "Who are you?" "Oh, I'm terribly sorry to just come in like this. I've just climbed up a magic beanstalk," said Jack. "And I am terribly hungry. I don't suppose you have just a little bit of food, please?" The lady giant felt quite sorry for the little boy, who looked very thin. So she gave him some bread and some jam. While Jack was eating his bread and jam, they heard more footsteps. Stomp, 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 stomp. "Oh no," said the lady giant. "That's my husband and he is extremely grumpy, especially first thing in the morning. You had better hide." So she hid Jack under a teacup on the table. In stomped the giant. Stomp, stomp, stomp. "Fee, fi, fo, fum," he said. "I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." "Don't be ridiculous," said the lady giant. Go and wash for breakfast. There's nobody else in here. It's just you and me. Go and wash your hands. So the giant stomped off. Jack, in the meantime, was utterly terrified under his little teacup. So as soon as he heard the giant had gone, he escaped and ran out. Out of the kitchen, down the stairs. But as he passed a door on the stairs, he heard a noise. And he thought, a chicken? Inside? So he peeped through the door and he saw a golden hen, a giant golden hen. "Please let me out," said the hen. "This giant is so grumpy and he keeps me in this tiny cage. Please let me out. Rescue me. I'm a magical hen. I will lay you golden eggs if you take me with you." "Oh, all right then," said Jack. He was in a rush and he didn't really have time to think. So he freed the hen and off they went down the stairs together. Jack and the magic hen. As they passed another door, Jack heard another sound. But this time it wasn't a screeching and a squawking. It was a beautiful sound. And Jack thought, what on earth is that? So he peeped in through the door. And inside he could see a musical instrument. It's a harp. But it wasn't just any harp, it was a magical harp and it was talking. "Please," said the harp when she saw Jack in the doorway, "please take me with you. This giant is so grumpy, especially in the morning. Please take me with you." "Oh, all right," said Jack. So he took the harp and he and the harp and the chicken went down the stairs and escaped out of the castle and back towards the beanstalk. In the meantime, the giant had been trying to sniff out Jack and he kept stomping through the castle looking for him. "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread," he said. And then he saw Jack running away in the distance, heading for the beanstalk. "Come back, thief! You've got my hen and my harp!" shouted the giant, and he stomped after Jack. Jack shot down the beanstalk as fast as he possibly could, and the giant climbed down after him. So when Jack got to the bottom, "Quick, Mummy, Mummy, Mummy!" Mummy was already at the bottom looking at the beanstalk and wondering what on earth had happened. "Mummy, Mummy, quick, get the axe!" So Mummy got the axe and together they chopped the beanstalk until it started to fall. And the giant, who was climbing down, they heard him shouting, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, ah!" They had no idea where that giant landed, but Jack and his mum never saw the giant again. And, sure enough, the hen was right. The hen did lay golden eggs, which meant Jack and his mummy were rich and they never had to worry about money or food ever again. The end.